U.S. are required to file annual financial disclosure reports, which detail information about their money. Many independent sources, including the Center for Responsive Politics, the Washington Post, and PolitiFact, have used those reports alongside other sources of information to determine this pretty crazy fact. 47% of our Congress members are millionaires. The craziest part is they tend to get richer in office, and that is no coincidence. They get richer in many unsavory ways. One is by using the private information they obtain in office to make trades in the stock market. And although they aren't supposed to do that, it's pretty obvious they do. Many of them who sat in on healthcare legislative meetings made investments in health stocks that magically skyrocketed. Right before the market crashed in 2008, many of them invested in instruments that went up in value because the market went down. So, either Congress people are prescient mystics, or they use information they get behind closed doors to make huge profits for themselves. Then there are earmarks, where Congress people secure federal money, as in your tax dollars, for projects that will benefit them directly. Take Nancy Pelosi. She owns an office building in San Francisco. She secured about $900 million in federal earmarks to build a light rail system that would, surprisingly, stop right by her own building. Once the project is completed, the value of her building could skyrocket as much as 150%. See how that works? You can bet your Congress people do. Then, of course, there is the revolving door, where members of Congress agree to do the bidding of lobbyists and corporations while they're in office. And in exchange, they get big, fat salaries at jobs when they get out of Congress. 79% of members of Congress who have left office since 1998 have gone to work as lobbyists. A good example is Congressman Heath Shuler. He voted on many key energy bills. He just left Congress and boom! Now he's the new Senior Vice President of Federal Affairs for Duke Energy, a company that spends millions on lobbying in Washington. Shuler's net worth is estimated to be anywhere from 2 to 10 million. The bottom line is, Americans, almost half of your Congress people are millionaires, and many of them got that rich by using their powers in office. Do you really think they're there to represent you, or to gain wealth for themselves? The answer is pretty obvious. So the real question is, how is this massive conflict of interest legal? Oh, right! Because Congress writes the rules themselves. Isn't it time we started making a big stink about this, Americans? Tonight, let's talk about that by following me on Twitter at The Resident.